Hello students, as in previous class I discussed about the methods of training and development. As you know, there are mainly two methods of training and development. One is on the job method, then second is off the job method. Regarding about all those types of on the job training and off the job training, I discussed in previous video lectures. Now in this video lecture I will continue the process of staffing. As you know, there are mainly 8 steps that are to be followed in the process of staffing. One is estimation of manpower requirement, second is recruitment, third is selection, fourth is placement and orientation, then fifth is training and development, then sixth is performance appraisal. So once the employee being get trained, then they will working in the organization as per the targets given by the departmental heads or superiors. Based on the work done by the employees, we are going to evaluate the work done by each and every employees in the enterprise. Hence, once the manager gave a training to the employees, after that the employees start working in the enterprise based on the provided target, whether the employee achieved his or her target provided by the manager, that is to be evaluated. That is why the sixth stage in the staffing process, that is performance appraisal. What is performance appraisal? It means evaluating an employee's current and or past performance against certain predetermined standards. That is simply called as performance appraisal. What is performance appraisal? It means evaluating the performance of employees with respect to the targets given by the superiors in the enterprise. That is called performance appraisal. That is to be done for the purpose of providing salary, wages, incentives and all other benefits which is to be provided by the management to the employees. That can be assumed and that can be decided. That is why once the employee got trained and they put on working of a job according to the targets given by the manager, they need to evaluate the work done by each and every subordinates in the enterprise. That is why performance appraisal means evaluating an employee's current and or past performance against certain predetermined standards. That is called performance appraisal. Through the help of performance appraisal, it is easy to know how much of the salary, wages and incentives as well as all other benefits to be given to the employees. Then seventh is promotion and career planning. Once you evaluated the performance of candidates or employees, you need to provide the promotion and opportunities to get higher position in the career of an employee. As you know, promotion means upgrading the employees from current position to higher position with respect to increase in salary, responsibility and authority of work. So that is why if the employee met the target, then you are going to provide promotion, additional benefits, increased salary and incentive to that candidate. They will be satisfied and again in future they will going to work more and more in the enterprise. That is why the promotion and career planning is to be given based on the work done by the candidates, that is to be evaluated in performance appraisal. This is about the seventh stage in staffing, that is promotion and career planning. Then last stage in staffing, that is compensation. Compensation means providing remuneration. As a manager, you are getting the work from employees or worker, means it is our duty to pay the salary, wages or remuneration to the employees. Each and everyone, we are working in an institution, organization, company, means to earn a salary for our livelihood. That is why compensation refers to forms of payment made by an enterprise to their employees. For example, salary, incentives, commission, bonus, all those benefits that are to be given to the employees when in the case of compensation. So that is why compensation, which includes providing payment to the employees in a different forms. Either it may be in form of salary, wages, bonus, incentives, commissions, etc. That comes under the concept of compensation. So that is why all these 8 stages that are to be systematically followed in the process of staffing. So hope you clear. The process of staffing includes 8 stages. One is manpower planning, second is recruitment, third is selection, fourth is placement and orientation, fifth is training and development, sixth is performance appraisal, seventh promotion and career planning, then last compensation. All these 8 stages that are to be followed in the process of staffing. In all these stages, we have some additional points, right? Say for example, in the case of recruitment. So we learned more concept in a recruitment stage. What you learned? In recruitment, we learned about the meaning and the sources of recruitment. Internal, its types, advantages, disadvantages, and in external source, its advantages, disadvantages, as well as types. And one more thing we learned additionally, that is in the process of selection. In selection, we have some process. By following those process, we are selecting the candidate. And in the training and development, we have lengthy concept. We learned, that is on the job training, off the job training. In that we learned the methods of on the job training and off the job training. So that is why don't confuse, do clear. There are 8 stages in staffing. As you know about the concept of process of staffing, selection, training and development, its methods, all those concepts you learned in previous video lectures also. Then when you go through all these activities which is involved in the function of staffing, you may get a doubt. So what exactly the staffing function is, and who is going to perform all these functions in the organization, especially which department is held responsible to manage all the activities relating to staffing. So as you know, in the case of middle level management, there will be a department, that is human resource department. So in the middle level management, we have a department called HRD, that is human resource department. The human resource department is headed by an officer, he or she called HR manager. So what? In middle level management we have human resource department. The department is headed by an officer, they are called human resource manager. They are held responsible for the entire function of staffing. That is why we can easily say that staffing as a part of human resource management. So in the human resource management, there are many kinds of welfare activity, development activity are to be undertaken, which is completely relating to human resource. But the part of human resource management, that is staffing process or function. So that is why we can say that staffing as a part of human resource management. So where HRM is a broader concept, where the staffing is a part which comes in human resource management. So this is about the concept, that is staffing as a part of human resource management. So how the word human resource management gets developed and gets popularized means the evolution of human resource management. The HRM is not a word which is used from many years back, it is an recent origin. Human resource management is a very recent concept which is to be applied in all the kinds of organization. Then when you trace out the development of the word HRM, we can observe that initially, so in recent years we have trade unions. There are so many trade unions which are to be set up by the certain associations by forming a group, and certain associations, they are to be established in the presence of government. Those trade unions' main intention is to ensure the welfare and development of the employees or workers who are working in the industries. They will appointed a person, so they are called a labor welfare officer. The labor welfare officer is a link between owner and the persons, where the trade union have the labor welfare officers. That labor welfare officer act as a link between owner and the persons who are working in the industries. After that, in every company we appointed a person called personnel officer. Already repeated, personnel means which includes human resource. The personnel officer ensures about the safety and welfare of human resource working in the enterprise. After that, the duties of personnel manager becomes more at that time to make systematic, ensure and process of development and welfare of the human resource. The company established a department called human resource department. The department is headed by a person called human resource manager. So this is about the simple root word of human resource management. First, initial days we don't have human resource management department. Only we can able to see that trade unions exist for the welfare of industries as well as the who are working in the industries. After that, so the trade union is going to make a appointment of welfare officer. They act as a link between owner and persons who are working in the enterprise. After that, the importance of human resource taken more importance. That is why the personnel manager or officer got appointed in the company. And again, the importance of human resource taken more. That is why nowadays we formed a department called human resource management. So like this is a root word of human resource management. This is all about the entire concept of chapter staffing. What you learned? You learned about the meaning, definition, importance of staffing, process of staffing, recruitment, sources, selection and its process, training and development, its meaning and the methods, as well as staffing as a part of HRM and evolution of the word human resource management. Thank you.